Guys, welcome to Toronto. Congrats on the film. Just wondering if you could talk about where the idea came from.
Well, I was born in the 80s, so I love those Encyclopedia Britannicas, and I remember there was this 7th or 8th volume, and I would go straight to that book, I would open and I would just, connect the acetate pages, like the different layers of the human body, and it was just fascinating to see like how all the different systems they combine and they work together, and that image got stuck in my mind. I always wanted, I didn't know if I want to tell a story with it. I just knew that really impacted me, and I wanted to get it out somehow.
Through Pixar and through now Disney Animation, these short films not only allow you to tell a very concise story, but also allow you to experiment. Wondering if you can talk about not only animation styles, but the narrative styles that you are allowed to do within the short form, and just what short films mean to you guys.
Yeah, there was a couple filmmakers that particularly inspired Leo. You can talk about that in a second, but it definitely influenced. There is a unique style. You said it's more pushed than a lot of Disney stuff, and the pacing is very fast. The cinematography has sort of a unique feel to it, and that's very uniquely Leo.
We wanted to evoke like a theater-like kind of quality. So we studied a few filmmakers. Like we were looking at Wes Anderson and John Jack Tati. How because they always use set. And we were looking even like puppets. We love hugely influenced by the design of the organs. And so yeah, we were like making sure that you kind of had that like theatrical kind of feel.
But were there particular sort of just technical challenges that you use a film like this not only to tell your story,
right,
but to overcome for future projects? Was there something specific that you guys found out? Or is the state of art of computer animation now that things are pretty stabilized, that you're not necessarily needing the shorts to do the heavy lifting for the features?
Right. One thing that I felt we were able to achieve, but not necessarily because of the technique, because it was plain CG, but we had, although we had some 2D, animation there too. But our goal was just to tell a unique story, but not necessarily through the technique itself, but through the storytelling. So I think, but I feel that a lot of people came to compliment as far as the animation goes, because the animation feels like 2D, even though it's CG. So it's not like, it doesn't look like 2D as far as like visually, but it feels like 2D. So the way we animate it is very pushed, and very cartoony,
I mean, the whole purpose of the film is to show that we are supposed to be driven by our passions, not just by our brain. Wondering if you could talk about this, your transition from production to direction, what that fundamentally taught you, and what you expect to take this lesson on to your future projects.
Well, I feel it's that idea of that the brain, I can relate a lot to the brain character, because I think the brain is, I relate to him, I feel a lot like the brain, where I have that fear factor, and where, like if there's a danger, like, and we'll go out and then a bee sting your nose, and then you feel that's going to lead to something catastrophic or whatever. But I feel that I feel driven by fear, in a sense, where everything I do, sometimes I get scared. That's something negative, or same thing I go with the short, I guess. I felt, what if I fail? What if, midway I can't deliver it?
And now you haven't failed, so now
yes,
hopefully you have some optimism.
Yeah, hopefully.
That's right.
But yeah, but that's what he taught me, that I can do it.